sleep in my phantom.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry running. Game in check.
Yeah, like, can you hear me?
This week 11 matchup. Let's hand it over to our
Nice.
11 matchup.
Between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. They come out here in the eye. The tight end changing his position. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he cuts it right into space.
Sorry, lad.
Touchdown, Chicago. David Johnson.
That was the first play I played against. That was the first play I did against Johnny, and I scored a touchdown on it as well.
Taking the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage. How about that?
Here comes
Talk
the
about
kicking part.
setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the
Oh,
game.
that's going wide.
The first offensive and defensive series.
I could not kick the same myself.
But we saw.
After the touchdown, it's
I'm
Robbie
it twice,
Gould
but it's
now
not
to
doing
kick
it
it
like
away.
there again.
This will be taken short. Here's the former 7th-round pick, Rashad Jennings. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Offensively, the starters for the New York Giants, and one guy that's definitely hoping to stay on the field more this year, Victor Cruz.
And they would love to have him on the field. Just 6 games played over the last 2 seasons, starting with that horrific knee injury. And then he came back last year, had a calf injury that sidelined him for most of the season. He's trying to get back in form, and the Giants would love to see that.
They go play action for Jennings. Now Manning. His throw incomplete.
I don't know who was on the left-hand side, but they were wide open.
And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Kyle Fuller is one of those new breed, complete defensive backs. Eager to tackle, but a better cover man.
I think he's wide open.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. On play action. Now Manning trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And we get a peek at the offense and a peek at Alshon Jeffrey.
An absolute matchup nightmare for any defensive back.
Yeah, good old
Size,
sweep, mate.
speed,
But,
terrific hands.
I would have had a few more yards if I didn't bounce off my mate. Whoever it was, got a big head.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On second down, here's Cutler.
Oh.
He's got that one complete to Eddie Royal. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46.
Can they see the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Right, okay, sorry lad. Just have to put the push one. I'm going to get a penalty here, I think.
Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Time running out here on the play clock. They snap it at one.
Oh.
Now it's Cutler.
No way.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your play list.
On second down, here's Manning. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Absolutely.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Well, the Giants will look to Josh Brown for the field goal try. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They come out here in the I. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And a cut to the sideline. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 57 yards on the ground. Red zone
I've just typed
opportunity.
in Smith's record or some sort.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Play clock winding down. On second down, Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And the defense for New York.
Landon Collins is built like your typical tackle-first safety, but he does have the ability to play the deep part of the field.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Cutler will throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he will fight his way in, not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Darrell Young, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bears will add on to their lead.
Oh, went straight.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's... The touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Oh, maybe somewhere.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now out come the Giants. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Like he got scooped down, did he? He looked like he got tackled out. Yeah, it still says the ball.
2nd down following the incompletion.
That was close, right? Close.
They'll run the end around with Cruz. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up the 3rd down.
Good old end around there. Awesome.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
They pitch it
I
out to
think he blocked him.
And
You
he
see
goes
Malcolm back in the way.
He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Good tackle.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
On 2nd down, Cutler escapes the sack. Going deep. This is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know
Brilliant.
when you stretch the field,
Trust me, that is not like Cutler ever.
Situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
They'll run it with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the red zone now, here's Cutler on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
That's as good as I can give you.
The return man here, Dwayne Harris.
Let's all run across.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the
I was like, when are you gonna
28-yard
cut back?
line.
There's 3 guys
Here's the
running across
Giant
it.
offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. It's a gain of 17 that
Dan, good
time.
pass.
And that leads to a New York first down.
But that's the Kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It
Just
really
keep
is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
Larry Donnell, the one he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up second down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Jennings. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That was awesome.
Got the
face
hand
mask.
caught up in the
Good
grill
tackle.
of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He 10 yards still left on second down. They go play action for Jennings. Now Manning.
That's it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Boykin.
Sometimes I think even
That was a
Eli falls
massive
into the
bounce.
trap of thinking that Beckham can catch anything. Here it's a throw that he'll wish he could have back, because even OBJ wasn't going to be able to get his hands on that one.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. The play clock's running down. They'll run it now with Young, the fullback. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little
Oh my
bit of
days, that boy is.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
He literally jumped
It's
about
a
5
loss
yards
of
to pick him
5
up there.
bringing up 2nd. So Olivier Vernon, nice tackle
That was a
for loss.
tackle
He
and a
had
half.
18 of those last year for Miami.
And he really emerged in a game against Tennessee last year. Absolutely unstoppable. Almost couldn't be blocked.
Time running out here on the play clock.
Play.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Cutler. It's brought in by Kevin White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. And how about that on third down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it'll be a Chicago first down. Play clock winding down. Now a handoff, Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Another carry now for the fullback, Darrell Young. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did, so you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have or a pass he should have caught.
And Gold is able to put it through, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. Maybe an anxious moment or two when the ball was on its way, but he does find a way to curl it in.
Oh, yeah, that one definitely hugged the left upright, but he got it to go.
I didn't think we had Gold on my team. I thought I'd get rid of Gold. Maybe not. I'm expecting to see him at the Giants.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And New York set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch right.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning surveying the field. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free.
I thought my guy was going to intercept it there. I run forward, but he just got it.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Now a play fake. Manning. He's got it. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost
come on,
it.
Joe. Pick up the ball. The guy missed it there. Big fat, he missed it.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
You got to go for it, lad. You got to go for it. I would too.
They do go for it. It's Manning. Trying to hit his tight end, Donnell, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they split the uprights last time.
You can see what I told you, Mike blitzed, but one of my linemen went back with a yellow circle.
They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The best way to do it, touchdown.
Now after the interception, here's Cutler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold. It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Second and 10. It's Cutler again. Screenplay. Johnson.
I missed this.
Onto their lead. It's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
I cannot pick. If it goes through uprights, it's lucky.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Spinning past him. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before
change it to user manual to try and tip it away.
51 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Into the red zone now. Manning. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Manning. That is caught at the 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, they'll throw with Manning. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. They go play action for Jennings. Now Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli's sacked. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. From the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
You've got to go for it. Last play, boy. Oh, dear. What am I doing for?
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Manning indeed going for it on 4th. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got a neck to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Here's Johnson. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
Like 2 seconds left.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though.
I think I felt that.
This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They run again with Jennings. And he's got room. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half. Yeah,
and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
To throw, it's Manning. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's second down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Now Manning on the bootleg. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Manning now on first down. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They'll begin the drive with Rashad Jennings. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Throwing is Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. Manning to throw on 3rd and 1. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears.
I think they're just rushing it a bit too much.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. And the big tight end shifting around. They come out here in the eye. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
I'm asking you to throw the ball.
Now Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground.
He decided to go back in for some weird reason.
This is Young now, the fullback. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. And the play clock's running down. A fake to Langford. Now Cutler. And incomplete. The contact made the...
To the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Okay. So, what time is it now? Is it 4?
They start the drive with Jennings.
Oh, Jesus Christ, he's running it here.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Is that my guy or your guy? I think it's my guy. Just wants to save that.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one incomplete.
Did I tip that
Had
one?
some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage,
Okay, it
your
was my
best
guy,
friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York.
What button do you hold him when you're throwing it up, lad? That ball's gone.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one
When
goes
it's plays
all the
like
way
that,
into
you
the
should
end zone
really,
on the fly,
especially if it's
so that'll come
Beckham, you
back
should be
to the
going for
20.
the
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've got to be a little bit
spectacular
frustrated
catch.
about that last
Yeah, go for
drive,
the
missed field
spectacular
goal.
catch. Look at
Always
Beckham.
hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance.
Oh,
You're
that's
in
the one,
range,
triangle,
and
yeah.
the ball doesn't go through
No
the
happening.
post. But it's not something to panic about,
why
I
is
don't
it not?
believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
I don't know.
On the toss, here's Johnson.
Oh, straight into
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a
I've been
yard,
alright.
and it'll be second
I'm
down.
not. I usually play the same plays all the time, but I'm not
Some
doing it
days
this
you're
way.
just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day.
I'll show you one of my favourite
What do you
ones.
learn?
And then get
You
it
can
to work.
still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Time running out here on the play clock.
And change it my play.
Again, it's Johnson.
Oh, get off the guy.
And he'll take this
I would
one up
have
to
been
about
away
the
there, lad,
23.
if it wasn't
It'll
for
be
me
a
running
gain
the
of
back
5,
now
and
and
it's
getting.
going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
So that's one of the plays I
On
like.
2nd and long,
It just
it's
opens up
really
the
nice
gap.
to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Cutler.
Oh,
That
too
one
far.
drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the
God.
game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here's Beckham. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing on 1st down is Manning. He's going to look deep down the field. He couldn't
he's
quite
tipping
hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They come up in an offset eye. This is Jennings. And this play will be blown up. He'll
Did you see my
lose
guy
yardage
come running
back
through
at
from the top of the
38.
page?
It's a loss of 4.
That was good.
Now 3rd down.
Thought you might go for a run there, so
When
I
you
came
put
running
together a
down.
formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Looking deep downfield. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Oh, no way.
So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Manning now on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8.
Oh, damn.
A nice pickup.
The only side I didn't blitz.
And it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Had to run across the page, try and catch it.
Anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing
Oh,
of
no,
the
that guy's
route.
injured.
Now we're
Injured
gonna
on
get
my
a
boys.
stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
I'm just watching it now.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Manning to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running
You'll be
backs
taking all
catching
those
the ball
notes, I
as
think.
safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now it's Jennings.
Did he hit his knee down?
4
Yeah.
yards that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to run. It's Jennings. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's got time. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Eddie Royal is intended target, and it's 2nd down.
That's a nice play by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Excellent body control. A tall corner who often has to really do a great job of bending his knees to stay with his receivers. He just did a nice job there. The man they call DRC got a PBU for pass broken up.
Look at you, Mr. Acronym. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Play clock winding down. Now Cutler on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second and 10. It's Cutler again. Royal making the catch over the middle. 7 yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Should be on the quarter, I think. If it like to play.
Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with a fullback Young. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely did they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
Fresh set of downs here.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's start right there.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. The play clock's running down. To throw, Cutler. They go screen play to Langford. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest.
Touchdown, Chicago! Alshon Jeffrey with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bears add on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he's to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Manning to throw on 2nd down.
Oh, he's all
left side.
lovely.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Dwayne Harris, the intended target, and it's third down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And he's got his man, Donnell. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to
That's your
foil
first cut
it
to the game.
and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it second and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Manning to throw once more. And his throw is incomplete. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's third and goal. Manning now on third and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 11th touchdown of the year. And it's for pride now, but the Giants do get a bit closer.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Well done, Mike.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what
Here
have you,
comes a return.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went.
David Johnson on his way.
Oh, he fumbled it.
Oh, at the end of it, he strips. Ball comes loose. And a big turnover there as his guys
my
will
God.
get the football back. Here's the Giant offense.
That was the
now,
funniest.
get ready to take
I think the game's feeling bad for you.
They scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to
Oh
do.
my days, that was the
But it's
funniest.
okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We will
Oh
be
my God,
And
did you
now
see
here's
the ball back?
another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Oh my
The
days.
return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
Yeah,
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Time running out here on the play clock. Again, they'll run it with their fullback. It's Young again. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Brandon, you know how we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan? That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1. You think, man, fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a 1st down.
Just running the clock down, lad. There you go.
Well played, lad. That was a bit of fun.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how
still there,
impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
You okay?